Hey, this is Rocket Brain Surgeon, and today we're talking about dealing with jets while you're flying a propeller plane. A lot of people are very excited to get their first Tier 6, and then all of a sudden they get in a Tier 8 game, and look out, it's the ME-262 that just flies from out of space, out of nowhere, not even visible on the map, and blasts them out of the sky without them being able to react. With a few simple tips, dealing with the jets isn't so bad. The first step in your defense is you just have to see them. So your pilot should always have the extended view range skill as their first skill, and you should also camouflage your plane. Get the camouflage which offers a 15% concealment bonus. This prevents them from just flying several thousand meters above you and then diving on you while you're not able to react. Next, stay in your optimal ranges for both speed and altitude. Notice that my speed on the left that is still within the bright green range of the performance envelope, and on the right I'm within the bright green range of the altitude performance envelope. This allows me to dodge very, very effectively. Also, don't try to play their game. You can't win at the altitude game against a jet. Gain a supremacy advantage by either killing ground targets or by killing enemy planes. Here I'm going to help out our ground attack aircraft by killing off the interceptors that are going to kill them. Always make sure you know where the jets are so you're able to dodge before they get too close. Notice that I'm turning into their fire and down to cut off the angles very quickly. And then I make sure before they pass I already begin their turn so I can roll on top of them. This A7M prevents me from pursuing the jet and going to attack him on the way up. I also know on the mini-map that there is another jet making his attack run on me, so I'm forced to not really engage the A7M either. This little exchange is also why you should turn into oncoming fire. The jet behind me there, the P-1056, put on his brakes and the flaps to get more gun time on me. If I would have turned it into his fire, he wouldn't have had that gun time. And when I say turn into their fire, I mean not going head on. That's the last thing you want to do. But you want to make him pass you by, because a jet's turning radius is so large, you have about 20 or 30 seconds before they can come around again. So I know it's going to take him a little bit of time to come back at me, and I'm going to have a little bit of alone time with this A7M. So I climb, he makes the mistake of trying to climb with me, and he stalls out. There have been several jets around me, and I haven't done a lot to them right now, and for the most part, there are going to be a lot of situations where if the jet sets up the engagement properly, you're not going to be able to do it, but here's a perfect situation that we want. Get the jets on their way up. That's always what you want to do. You want to dodge, and then you want to wait for them at a higher altitude. When they come up, that's when they're the most vulnerable, and that's when you strike. I am in the ME-209, however, this is bone stock, and for all intents and purposes, this plane is strictly worse stock than the fully elited 109G that I was flying beforehand. So doing what I'm doing in this game is absolutely possible to do in Tier 7 planes and even in some Tier 6 planes that are moderately fast. I'm not a huge fan of what my opponent is doing here. That deep dive allows me to have the advantage on him and wait for him to come up. However, he does gain separation in the horizontal before initiating the climb, but if my plane was elite here, he would just be dead to rights. So I really don't like that dive that he did. Anyway, look at the game state. You'll notice that because I helped protect our ground attack aircraft, we do have a lead in supremacy, and so he has to kill me, and so all I need to do is just dodge a little bit and we win. I'm making my way towards our base. I'm still trying to get him on the way up, however, with my stock guns and stock engine, that's just a pipe dream. I really can't get any meaningful damage, while he could burst me down in 2 seconds, not even. This map is Plateau, by the way, and I love this map because I think the landscape offers a lot of interesting opportunities, and I'm going to use one of those interesting opportunities, and I'm going to hug the cannon walls. This means he would have to approach from farther east, which he does not have time for, and even approaching from that area in a jet, he has to be worried about face planting into the side of the canyon. Make no mistake, jets are tough, but once you learn how to dodge their incoming fire and catch them on the way up, they're not so bad to deal with. Hope you enjoyed. Happy hunting.